Good morning all, welcome to the Friday 15. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Karen Yates. I am the Ideas into Action business coach and I work with small and large businesses to turn their ideas into action, to make change happen, and that's what I've done for 30 odd years in public sector organisations and more recently with small businesses. I've got an extremely deep voice today, I notice. Morning Nick, nice to see you here. So this week, my theme all week has been around what do you want to be known for and seen as? And a number of things have struck me over the course of the week, really. And that is, at the start of the week, I talked about this as being one of the fundamentals that you need to know in your business in order to be able to attract your ideal customers. Because if they don't know and cannot see very clearly exactly what it is you believe in, then it's very difficult for them to follow you. They want to follow a leader. They want to follow somebody with some values, some principles, some messages that they have in common potentially with you. And so they need to be able to hear those messages coming from you every day, every week and every month, and not just literally hear them, but they need to be able to see you demonstrate what you mean by those messages on a regular basis. What struck me as we've gone through the week as well, though, is that this isn't just about knowing those things for your business. So saying, I want to be seen as somebody who's approachable, who's efficient and effective, professional, but still, somebody who's fun and will bring some life into what they're doing, somebody who'll achieve things with us. What actually people want is that underlying confidence. And that underlying confidence, again, comes from you being certain for yourself as much as for the customers about what you want and what you need and what it's all about for you and what it will be all about for people that you work with. On Tuesday we did a Speaking to Sell masterclass, and as you talk to people about speaking on stage, so we were talking about them getting their messages straight and being able to really have a bag of subjects that they were going to speak on, but it was all wrapped around one set of things. So if we'd have talked about mine, we'd have said, be yourself with passion and skill is sort of a mantra that I've had for many, many years. It underlies a lot of my values. It clearly then helps me to set a vision for where I want to be, to help myself and to other people to be themselves with passion, to do what they love, but to develop the skills that they need to do that. And that's a great core message, and it's a nice thing to be able to fall back on, because whenever I'm maybe stuck, when somebody asks me something or I'm in a situation, I'll revert back to what do those principles, what do my values make me think and feel, and make me feel about this situation or the question I've just been asked. And that's about, if you know that about yourself, whether you're speaking on stage, whether it's about selling, whether it's about speaking like this on Facebook, whether it's about how you portray your business, that's about what gives you confidence. It's about the essence of what you believe. And that's not just about business and work, is it actually? That's about life and having a set of principles and lines that you won't cross and things that you won't stand from other people and things that you won't let yourself do. In the week there was all of the hoo-ha around Strictly and the talk around people controlling other people. And that again is about people in themselves standing up and being strong and saying, I will not do this, I will not let this happen to me, because these are my lines, these are my principles, this is who I am, core values. And yesterday in the end I came down to the take 5 and talked about core values, and maybe you having a value statement, something that literally you write down the things that you will and will not put up with, stand up for, be associated with. And that's, as I say, I don't think that's just a business thing. Morning Carol, nice to see you. I think that's about a life as well. It helps without doubt in your business to be clear. Everything we've done in marketing since March has sort of made us realise that those messages have to be very sharp and pointy, and that our clarity about what we want to be known for and seen as, and our core values, have to be worn on our sleeve every day. But it helps you in every walk of life to know that. So whether you're in business or not on your own, I think it's important for you to think about those things, about what you want to be known for, what you want to be seen as, and what your core values are. What are your, Matt Duggan told us the other week, a phrase, immutable laws. What are your immutable laws, the things that the lines that you will not cross, the things that you will not put up with or take part in? They say, don't they, for bad things to happen, all it takes is good people to do nothing. And that's always been something that's interested me as a phrase, as a saying, and what it means. Because it's very, very true. And again, if you were very clear about what you were known for, seen as, and your core values, and you had vocalised those every day, every week, and every month for a period of time, then I think it would be hard to put up with things that you felt were wrong. Not impossible, obviously. Things happen to diminish your confidence, to diminish your belief in those things. Things will happen. But the more you've thought about it, and the more you've given yourself the time and the space and the respect to do that for yourself, whether you're a business or whether you're just a human being, then maybe that's what it's about. I think in business, I'm standing here holding a copy of Think and Grow Rich, hoping that thoughts will channel their way through. But I think in business, you know, this was my father's Bible. This is a copy that I bought recently, and his original's over there. And he used this as his business Bible. But I think the more I look back at the struggles that my dad had with his business, he knew what he wanted to achieve from his business for his family and for himself. But I don't think he ever really put that time in to go, what do I want to be known for and seen as? And therefore, he never really found the one thing, the message, the thing that he had to work on. I mean, on here with us today is Carol. And whilst you've had several lives and several different ways of reinventing yourself to do astonishing things, many of which you're still involved in, you now have something that's almost the culmination of all those things, that will be something that in Jenna's gift will be something that you leave behind as a legacy. And that's what all your learning and everything else perhaps has been for, because that really does pin the marks in the sand about what you want to leave behind, and it's far bigger than an individual and one family. And maybe that's what we're all sort of striving for. Maybe that's what Dad was lacking in his plans and in his way of vocalising what he was doing in his small businesses, because they were always just about businesses that earned money and not necessarily as thought through, because we didn't think about things in this way then. Most people didn't think about their business or their life in this way. The world has moved on as it does. But I think now he would have benefited greatly from just wherever his business was, whichever one of his businesses or ideas it was that he was working on at the time, stepping back and just doing that last bit of thought around what he wanted really to be known for and seen as, and what was the common thread between all of his businesses. Yes, there was the earning money and the businessman thing, but what was the bigger mission, the bigger thing that it was all about? What were the things he would and wouldn't do? I don't think he ever wrote those down. I'm not sure. I could ask my mum, but she'll probably not remember. But I feel now as if that's part of the key that he was missing, where he said, you know, when he gave me this when I was 14, he said, if you can crack this, then your life will have had a meaning, and you will have been so successful for yourself and your family and those around you. So he had some of the concept of it, that you would achieve so much more if you could crack the things, the guiding principles in this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And then he sort of said, I've been trying to crack this all of my life. And I don't think he'd had that book all of his life, but he'd been following various dreams and various people, leaders in the field, you know, all of the Nightingale Conant stuff, all of those tapes and books and things you could buy at the time. And I think that might have been the difference. I think it might have been the difference if he'd have taken the time. And I think for some people who just generally lack confidence and lack that ability to speak out for themselves, that having the opportunity to work with somebody and think about what they want to be known for, what they want to be seen as, and what their core values and principles really are, the lines they will not cross, I think perhaps that is something that would just generally help people in life. Hi Grace, lovely to see you. I'm sorry this is around about the end. I think I haven't been measuring time today. The clock is still in a box from Tuesday. But I'm thinking, yeah, I'm nearing the 15 minutes and today I'm trying to stay to time, which I know is not like me at all. Not known for staying to time very well, which is ironic because on projects I always finished on time. Odd, isn't it? Anyway, that's me for this week. That's the Friday 15. If you think this is a useful set of thoughts, principles, things to share, please share it with other people. It will do us a lot of good here with what we're doing to be able to spread our messages further. Tell them about the Friday 15 and take fives Monday to Thursday and point people to the page. We'd love to help more people and get our message further out there. And in the meanwhile, have a brilliant weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. All right, folks, thanks very much for joining me. Bye.